Hello, and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of the Tyranny of Dragons. My name is John, and I am joined by our games master, One-Winged Angel.
Hello.
By Stanza. By Jeff.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend to you as well. By Brian.
Hello, I am armed. Do not panic.
Are you dangerous though?
I do not feel at ease. And we are joined by Tanny.
I think you're muted.
Am I?
No, you're not. I just didn't hear you before there.
Ah, wow!
And we are joined by the disembodied voice of Sarah.
Bonsoir.
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 Apparently having a multilingual session tonight, so I hope everybody bought their phrase books.
I certainly didn't.
And tonight, Aegis is doing the recap, so oops.
Go on, mate. Oh.
Previously on the Tyranny of the Dragons, we went to a tavern where the entire place had been booked out. A quartet of rich fellows had booked the entire tavern for the night. And we, well, there was no room at the inn. Until, Artorius decided to make some space at the inn by, picking a fight.
God damn it, Aldoris. Ooh.
It was revealed that the rich people were, in fact, assassins and imposters, and had paid with a shiny pile of stones that had been illusioned to look like a large pile of gold. And so we managed to stay at the inn in the end. We continued our journey further northwards along the... I can't remember quite which roads we're on at the moment.
The Tradeway, I believe.
Tradeway, here we are. I was much further north on this map. We are carrying along the Tradeway towards Daggerford, and ultimately, after that, Waterdeep, Neverwinter, the North, very cold stuff, and the end of the world. We'll probably stop before we get to some of those.
Yo.
I mean, if we just keep going north, you end up south, right? Like the world is the world is an orb.
Be silly. The world is flat.
This one is if we keep going to the end of the world, we might end up meeting the Prince of the Apocalypse cast.
Callbacks, I love it.
And as we travelled along the Tradeway, we had some meaningful encounters with the other members of the caravan group that we are travelling with, until one of the caravans carrying the goods from the cult of the dragon lost its wheel. Longnose, a halfling who had been travelling with us, apparently asked one question too many of someone, and we awoke to find that he did not. Longnose has been poisoned. And now we need to find out the answer to the question that is the name of this very stream. Whodunnit?
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 Aegis has determined that he was poisoned and has correctly, with the assistance of Mary, I believe, decided that he is not going to announce this to everybody because that doesn't seem a good idea, and so has engaged lie mode.
So, are you done there, John, or did you have any
I am
more?
done there. That is as far as I remember what occurred several months previously.
Yes, it has been a little while. So I know I kind of had you roll into Daggerford last time, but we're going to retcon a little bit. And we're going to kind of go to the moment where Aegis and Mary have just discovered that Longnose has been poisoned.
Who else was around?
There's some merchants around, like just other members of the caravan, and obviously the party.
Yeah, I know that. Tanny, what's your character's name again? Daphne was there.
Excuse me. Sure. Really? Yes, it's Daphne.
I know that Daphne was there.
Remind me where his body was found. Was his body found in his tent?
Yes, found in his tent.
Okay. Did we look around the tent at all, or has that unhappened, as it were?
That unhappened, no, because I can't remember what I'd said.
I believe that we didn't look around his tent and have therefore not yet looked around his tent.
That's what I'm retconning back to, anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to look around his tent, please, to see if there's anything knocked over, any remains of any food nearby.
Make a perception check.
Perception check.
Yeah, I suppose this would be more investigation, actually.
I was about to say, can I make a case for investigation because it's slightly
Yeah.
higher?
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
Well, I'll try that. Oh.
Go on, sir.
Can Mary start having a look around for any letters, any correspondence?
Yeah, investigate.
Sorry, Brian, what are you saying?
I rolled 7 on the investigation.
Right.
I rolled a 13 on my investigation.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
Good investigators.
Mark, you don't see anything or find anything of any particular interest. Mary, you find a couple of notes, but it's like letters from family, really. It's not anything important. No one that you know of Longnoses in this caravan with them. Artorius, you don't find any food. You do find a tiny broken vial within the room.
Oh.
And on the kind of doorway to the tent, there seems to be a little bit of snagged fabric.
Interesting. I would probably pick up the vial and does it smell of anything in particular?
That's a good question.
The usual answer is like bitter almonds.
Yeah. Let's just say it smells of that.
I pass it to Aegis and I say, I think this may have something to do with it. Can you determine what this may be?
It is a vial.
I'm glad that's been confirmed. There seems to be some traces of some content still in it. I can smell something in there.
Can I do a medicine check to see if I can determine what it is?
We'll make it nature if we can. Actually,
I mean, we can make it nature. I'm a lot worse at that roll, but sure. Oh, that didn't go in the dice tray at all and was a terrible roll. Therefore, it was only a 4.
it's poison.
That's good enough.
Can confirm this is a vial of poison.
You don't know what type of poison, but you know it's a poison.
This was a poison that makes things dead, probably.
I'm so glad we have you along to help us with these matters.
I'm glad to be here as well.
What's the rest of the party doing? Because I'm happy to carry on for a bit if you need to. Get the hat out, get the twirly moustache on, start talking in a fake Belgian accent.
I find a deerstalker hat and a pipe somewhere.
I find a yellow fedora and trench coat.
Hey.
Tracy.
Yep.
Ah, the classics.
American detective, I take it.
Mary suddenly morphs into a little old lady.
They're all coming out now.
So someone going to dress up as Batman.
Sorry, going back, you said there's a bit of fabric snagged against the entrance to the tent. Yeah. Any particular color? Obviously.
It looks to be leather.
Okay. And I imagine this may lead to another couple of rolls, or if it's too much, let me know. It doesn't match the clothes that Longnose is wearing or has about his person?
Yeah, just make... Ooh, I don't know if this would be investigation
A
or perception.
roll.
I'm happy to go perception.
Performance.
I'm happy to go perception for this one, actually.
Yeah,
Let's go
where else?
perception. That's better than before. That's an 18 in perception.
No, it's
So,
clearly not what Longnose was wearing.
Can
He
I
seems-
try perception?
Go on, man.
What are you looking for?
Never mind. That was a 4. I won't find anything.
So it
So
seems.
I tried.
What's Caspar doing in all this?
I'm not really sure. If anyone has any suggestions for him.
Channel your inner Myrtle McCrum.
Well, that's just finding an authority figure to annoy then.
Okay, find an
I
authority.
mean, Casper could do that too.
Oh yeah.
Where's the nearest authority figure? That's
That would probably be your employer,
who?
Bob Hildorf.
Yeah. I don't think Casper even knows anything about this because like people have been keeping it quiet.
Who
we know he's dead.
employed Longnose?
No, he's dead.
Yeah.
Is Longnose
Longnose.
traveling alone?
You think he was hired as maybe a guard?
For our caravan or for a different caravan?
I'm just going to have a quick peek at what it says about him. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. Fresh my memory. Oh no, he's one of the people who looks after the horses. He's
Okay.
a teamster.
Okay.
Who else looks after horses?
I was going to say other teamsters.
I'm
He
going
kind
to
of.
question them.
Sorry.
I'm going to go question them.
Okay.
because they probably knew him.
They probably did.
Daphne's just gonna step in and say, "Sorry guys, I can't seem to really sound out what's going on. Why is there a dead guy on the floor?"
You are a banana. Longnose is dead because of not a poison.
Like,
I've just zoned out. I'm so sorry. I think I'm not getting enough sleep again.
It is very early.
Can we just say at this point, to make things easy, that can we say that we're sharing our findings with the party just to make?
Oh yeah, yeah. I assumed that was happening anyway. To be honest.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
So
I assumed you were all kind of together as you were kind of.
Yeah. It's easy to it's easy then to like keep track. To not have to keep track of who's saying what, who doesn't know what's being said. So
yeah,
we all know everything that's transpired at this point.
Yes.
In which case,
I was going to say I would happily say you all vanished off to a quiet corner or whatever for a moment.
Yeah. Casper, if you're going to question his teamster buddies, could you keep a sharp eye out to see if any of them have a piece wearing clothing like this piece of leather here, and if there's any like little piece ripped off?
Do you hold it out?
I'll give it to you.
Yay! I sniff it and lick it.
That
Please
could do.
do not
That
lick
could do.
the teamsters. You do not know where they have been.
More to the point, they don't know where they do not know where you have been either.
I feel I should join Casper in questioning the teamsters. This will ensure that they do not lick any of them.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm looking for more clues, something.
I will stay with the body and see if there's any other information that I can turn up.
I think the best thing is to make sure you're all paired up, just in case if one of us goes. So pair up and don't be alone.
I'll stay with Artorius then.
Do not let anyone steal his shoes.
Who can I go with? If Casper's going with Aegis,
you can go.
And Mary's going with Artorius. Does that mean I'll have a Mark?
Affirmative.
Yeah. How about I go question Genie Doubtfire?
Let's go. We'll do that together.
Interesting.
Yeah, that does sound good to make sure you don't do that alone.
Like I said, everybody pair up and don't die. And don't eat anything or drink anything that could potentially be poison.
If you
Three-way
require
party
medical
splits.
attention,
Have fun, Robin.
Let's split up, gang.
Mary is like Daphne and Mort go off. She's like, well, look after Daphne. She's had a busy couple of days. There's a lot going on.
I wave goodbye at Mary.
Yeah.
Daphne, Mork, if you require medical attention, please raise the alarm.
Got it.
The
What
alarm
is the
will
alarm?
be
Is
screaming
it screaming?
very loudly.
Yay!
That's what we'll be doing, screaming very loudly.
You may throw in
This
an,
urge
oh
to
God,
scream now.
oh God, the pain, ow, please stop hitting me with my own limbs.
That's enough. Aegis.
These are...
Calm down, Aegis. Aegis!
These are hypothetical examples.
Have you reattacked people's limbs before?
I have not
Speaking
yet.
out of character, I will not be doing that because I live in an apartment and I have neighbors.
This is fair.
That's amazing.
It would be something.
Let's start off with Casper and Aegis. So you're going to see the Teamsters. Okay, you find one of them. They are a halfling, and he's a bit older than what Longnose was, and he's kind of got like big bushy sideburns, ginger hair that's starting to go a bit grey around the edges. He's a bit portly. And he kind of looks up at you and he's like, "Oh, hello. How can I help the pair of you?"
Salt and paprika.
I'm not sure what that means.
I've heard that is the ginger equivalent of salt and pepper.
I've never heard that before.
You have not seen this ginger comedian that I have, then.
Fair enough.
Hello.
Says that, and I am here, Ginger.
Hello.
Amazing.
I am Aegis, and this is Casper.
Good to meet you both. How can I help you this morning?
Do you know Longnose?
Yes, I did. Sad turn of events, really. He was my protege.
Aww.
Do you know if anybody had a problem with him?
Not as far as I'm aware, really. I mean, he could be a bit annoying, a bit overly curious, and, well, you know what curiosity did to the cat. And that kind of irritated people a bit. Many a time I caught him going through my own belongings, just out of pure curiosity. I gave him a quick, sharp clip around the ear and then told him to get on his way.
Maybe he went for someone's belongings who was violently upset.
You do remember, Casper, that when the cult wagon overturned, he was incredibly curious about that.
Okay, how are we going to question the cultists then?
I believe that Daphne and Mork have gone to question one of... Oh no.
Okay, let's go. Thank you.
Bye.
Speedy. Well, okay, Speedy and I am not fast.
We are not fast.
We'll jump back over to Mary and Artorius. Is there anything happening? What are you looking for? Anything in particular, or?
I just want to look over the body again, see if there's any I'm just trying to do the general sort of detective thing, see if there's been anybody else come into the tents that I can see, or any signs of a struggle.
Ooh. Make me a survival check for this.
Ooh, getting the good stuff coming out now. That is a 10 on survival.
Are you going to assist, Mary?
I can do, yes.
Is that a reroll then?
Hang on, give me 2 seconds while I take my survival's +4, Jeff. Shall I roll myself, or do you want to reroll?
I'll assist Daphne then. I'll assist Mary then.
It's a 22.
There we go.
You can see
There we go.
signs of a struggle within the tent. Where you saw the snagged bit of leather, you do know there was some footprints that were there that looked like they've turned and slipped, maybe?
How big are the footprints?
They're quite big.
If I was to
They're
hazard...
beyond the average human kind of size.
Okay. Are they a shoe print, or are they...
They're a shoe.
A something else print?
Yeah, they're a shoe print. And I was going to say, it's at this point Bob Hildorf, your employer, comes over, and he kind of says that he's seen that you're investigating the thing, and he asks us to have a little look at the file.
Okay, but just be very careful with it. Well, we were worried about our plugs. A bit.
He's very kind of nods, and he's like, yes, this is a poison of some sort. I was going to say there is one of the merchants who's a bit more mysterious. He deals a bit more in underhanded business, shall we say. He's named Felrow the Silent. You can probably find him over that way, and he points you in a general direction.
Mr. Hildwell, is he actually silent?
He doesn't speak much, if at all.
That will make questioning him difficult. I'm not there, but go on.
Not there.
But you know, but we know Aegis well enough to imagine him saying that.
Yeah.
Them saying that.
Can I as well? What other people are doing?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like panic? Is there just...
From what you can tell, people are... There's obviously a bit of nervous energy going on. But it seems like people are kind of starting to pack up, beginning to get ready to move on. A lot. Bob Hildwolf kind of says that because they can't really determine what exactly's happened and immediately find someone, they're thinking of just moving on as normal.
What are you going to do with him, Mr. Hildwolf?
Do with who?
Longnose.
We will give him a proper burial at the side of the road.
Does he have family or anyone we need to notify?
Not as far as I'm aware.
I found some letters. Do you think we should write to these people? I don't know who they are, though.
He has a look over the letters and he's like, oh, yes, okay, I know who these people are. I'll organise the correspondence and let them know.
And there are no other papers were there any other papers that I said? Were there any other papers that we found in there, or is it just these letters?
It's the only other real papers that are there are kind of like bills on what's been bought for the horses and maintenance of that and everything like that kind of thing. I'm going to say at this point, what are you guys doing? Just we're continuing on, or?
Do you think we wait here, or do you think we go and talk to the silent man?
I think we need to go and talk to the silent man. At least find out if he was. We need to find out who the last people to see him alive. Definitely. So I think talk to the silent man, or talk at the silent man, as the case may be.
People have. I don't mean to do. I do it. I didn't see.
It's at this point we're going to flick over to Daphne and Mork.
Yeah, let's go.
And I'm going to have to completely wing this because I did not expect it.
Welcome to Player Characters 101. Expect the unexpected.
No plans about his first contact with players.
Well, yes.
Should I get my dice? Should I get my dice ready now, just in case?
I completely forget what the alias was I gave Mork for interacting with Genie.
I can't remember.
Well, retcon this, and I'll just have him be called Perry after Robin Williams' character. You know, the alias be Perry after Robin Williams' character from The Fisher King.
Okay. So yeah, you find Gracklack / Genie Doubtfire. He's currently eating his breakfast. He's stabbing a big haunch of meat with a fork and just ripping it off the fork with his teeth.
Good day, Crackalack. I see you're having breakfast.
Indeed.
You know, where I come from, people use knives to cut their meat, but you do you.
I will.
Daphne is just going to slowly loom over both Mork and Ginny Doubtfire because she's tall. So she's just going to loom over, just like peeping in the conversation.
Okay.
This is my friend Blake, and we found out that Longnose has died, apparently from a well, poisoning. And did you know anything about him?
I know he was a nosy bugger, that was about it. And it's nice to meet you, Blake. And Gracklack kind of wipes all the grease off his chin, spits on his hand, and holds it out to you, Daphne.
She's just kind of like, on the hand, good, and slams it like, hi, and then keeps like really shaking, like, hi.
I was going to say, his grip is so strong, you think you feel a couple of bones break in your hand.
How about we test it? Because she's quite strong.
Okay.
Yeah, do a test. Roll a strength test, yeah.
Just strength.
Full on strength.
Bring up his character sheet.
Yeah, she hurts her. She hurts her. Hand
just give me a second. You might be okay.
Got a 7, mate.
Oh yeah, no. Just take 1 point of damage.
That's a powerful grip.
Yeah. And you just kind of
to my app today because Jesus Christ, my computer is just slow.
And you kind of hear him just chuckle slightly under his breath. So, Perry, or should I say Alan? What do you want me to do about it?
Perhaps you could tell us just where you were last night, Genie.
You see him, the lip kind of raise a little bit, and a bit of a growl come out. And he's just like, don't. As for last night, I was here. The rest of my compatriots can attest to that. And he motions around the caravan.
Yes, no doubt. Sleeping safe and soundly in your lamp.
In what side? Can you repeat that?
No doubt sleeping safe and soundly in your lamp.
I don't know what you mean by that. Just because my name is Genie does not mean that I sleep in a lamp.
Yes, well, some rather large footprints were found. Too big for a human, but maybe for someone like us.
I don't know what you're implying. But I was here.
Yes, you are here, looking remarkably good for a murder-suicide.
I slap, like, I'm like, she just like kind of like scoops at it, like, trying to chug more. Like,
what are you doing?
How is that wife of yours? Did she ever get over that ailment of losing her head?
Mark just starts growing tense. You can see his shoulders raise and his back arch. He's even reaching for his axe.
Mark. She's Daphne's gonna like try and grab his like Mark.
Hey, look. Come on, move away. Look.
Keep trying to pull him away a bit. Like,
Come on, let's go. Let's not bother him anymore.
Mark just
Look, I don't want to fight.
No, neither do I. There will be plenty of time for that later.
Indeed. Let's keep things civil. I'll do investigations on my end into this.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Genie.
Crack.
But we'll just get going now. Fools.
Genie Doubtfire.
You see him kind of pick up a stone and throw it at someone, and he just knocks them unconscious straight away when it hits.
why would you do that for? I just look.
And he stands up and walks away.
Looks at him like,
Well,
He
why
stands
did you
up
do
and
that for?
walks away.
Hey, that's just not that. Okay.
And at this point, it's where Aegis and Caspar turn up.
Hello.
Daphne turns to Aegis and Casper, like panicky a bit, like.
We were alerted to the need for medical attention when your blood pressure elevated.
No, this
severely.
is. Mark, I don't think you understand undercover is.
Oh no.
Did Mark say everything?
But to be honest with you, I think the guy understood Mark here already. And I was like, you shouldn't really try to fake that, but no, it kind of escalated a little bit. And then, so we're like, they're not gonna fight, but Mark's made a promise.
Did we
And
forget
the
to
guy
explain
just
to
picked
Mork
up a
what
stone and just thrown at a
undercover
guy.
means?
Wait, what promise?
The guy just, after I was trying to pull him away, the guy just picked up a stone and thrown it on a guy.
But you said
It was
that
just
Mork
so-
made
it
a
was-
promise.
Well, he's going to plan on. It seems like there might be a fight or something, and I'm worried.
He shouldn't be alive. He is the one who killed my wife, Mindy. And after that, he killed himself.
He appears to be awfully nimble for somebody who is dead.
If anything, it's best not to try and cause a lot of trouble while we're trying to travel somewhere.
Is this character with the cult? Like they are
Yes.
they are traveling with the cult.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
As far as you're aware, they are leading this caravan of cultists. From what you found back in the hatchery in the
We
notes.
do not wish to make trouble with this particular person at this particular point in time.
Not yet.
We need to find
No,
where they
wait
are going
until we
and
can
what
get-
they are doing.
Exactly.
Or just quickly takes off his monocle and wipes it on his shirt sleeve and says, "This is going to be a long journey."
Where'd you get the monocle?
I know. He had the monocle for ages.
It's very nice.
Casper's usually down here, can't see the monocle up at more head height.
Mhm.
I have to keep reminding myself that Daphne is 8 foot.
Yeah, Daphne tall.
She's very tall. She's very
Gonna
tall.
have to do a lot of crouching to get inside of wagons.
Ow!
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I said like for Daphne to loom over because she's practically taller than fucking Mork and Genie. She's just like looming. I'm like, hello guys.
Play nicely.
I'm curious, but did anyone get the reference for the alias I gave Daphne?
Blake.
Daphne
Why do I
Blake?
sound? It sounds recognizable, but I can't remember. You guys seem to understand, but I don't. What's the reference?
Daphne's surname in Scooby Doo is Blake.
No,
Oh.
I did not know that.
What, the live action movie?
Just in general.
Always been.
Like
Yeah,
it's always been Daphne Blake.
I did not know that.
Oh.
It's like Shaggy is Norville
Damn.
Roberts.
Fred Jones.
Yeah. Velma
My
Dinklage.
mind's all over the place. My mind's unraveled. Oh dear God.
And Scooby Dooby Doo.
It's okay. We'll find the tape and put a pencil in and scroll it back in.
Thank you.
Right. I think we'll
makes
jump over to Artorius and Mary now.
As we're walking along in the direction indicated, I'll say to Mary, I'm sure Daphne will be able to stop Mork from doing anything stupid, don't you think?
Oh, I think so. She definitely won't. Definitely won't blow his cover. Definitely not.
Yeah, Daphne will keep him in line. He definitely won't do anything.
At this point, you see someone just collapse as a stone, kind of.
I'm sure that's nothing to do with any of our party at all.
You just hear a large sneeze in the distance.
Oh dear.
Anyway.
Daphne must be near some cats.
Yeah. I'm sure everything's fine and nothing's gone horribly wrong with this.
Are we just like headcanon that Daphne's allergic to cats now?
Right, yeah, no, sorry, I just came up.
That's headcanon now. Headcanon. Daphne's actually allergic to cats.
We're just like being willfully oblivious to anything that may be going wrong at this point.
So we're the dogs in the burning building, the dog in the burning building going, this is fine.
It's either Daphne's allergic to cats or she just have real trouble with hay fever.
Yeah, one or the other. Pick whichever you want. Okay, so we're going over to poison.
Okay. So, you come to a cart, and on top of it, there actually seems to be a stone statue.
What?
Some hideous creature.
Recognize?
Well, is there a way we can identify the hideous creature, or is it something we've not seen before?
Ooh, make Arcana checks.
While I reopen my character sheet, which I apparently closed for some obscure reason. Arcana check. Here we go. I'm going to change my dice. That was a 9. These new dice, the D20 in these new dice is not doing well.
Burn dice, prison Jeff. 14.
14.
You're not sure, but you wonder. You've heard like tales of creatures made of stone, and you suspect it could be a gargoyle, but you're not sure.
Ooh.
Does it move as we approach?
As you approach, it jumps down from the cart and kind of comes ambling over.
Hello?
It kind of looks at you and snarls.
Oh.
Yes, we would like to speak to. Oh, sorry, carry on.
And then it like looks over at you, Artorius, and gives you a sniff. And it's got rancid breath. It's carrying a dead carcass of a bird in its hand, actually, which it has a big bite mark out of it.
I would appreciate if you didn't do that again, please.
No.
And then it roars in your face and ambles back off to the cart.
Well, that was unpleasant.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Should we press on? Maybe that was a that was like a guard dog or something. Should we press on?
As you approach the cart, it clambers back into its position, and you see it start like pulling this bird apart, like limb from limb. And there's another kind of chicken in a crate next to it.
I'm so glad we've eaten already. Yes. Is there anybody?
In like the caverned part, a man steps out, dressed all in a black trench coat, big hood over his face, and he looks at you both. His eyes narrow, and Artorius, you feel just that like cold tendril of familiarity stroke the back of your like brain.
Apparently, familiarity just stroked Tanny as well.
And it's
anything to do with like touching the brain. Just
it's less of a voice that comes out like vocally, but Artorius, you hear a voice saying in the back of your head, "Hello, stranger. It's been a while since I've seen one of our type. I see you've been touched by the master too."
I look at him and my eyes narrow because obviously I'm probably aware of other servants of the Black Pharaoh, but not actually come across any. I wasn't aware there were any, so I don't think I'm capable of actually responding back in kind, but I will say a few syllables in. I imagine there's some sort of like appropriate dialect for it. Let me check, see if I've got anything.
While you check, I'm just going to point out that Stanza has redeemed a stretch, so
I know Darren's shrimping up a bit.
Okay, I've got Abyssal. I've got Abyssal, so I'll say that's it's going to be relaying basically, and so I'll give like a greeting in like a low relay and dialect, Abyssal dialect to him to see if he responds to it.
You hear a chuckle, and you think, Mary, you think you can hear a chuckle, but you've not heard him speak at all.
Mary just looks really confused because to her, like, Mary doesn't speak Abyssal. I don't think she's heard Artorius. But I'll happily be corrected. So she's just like absolutely like, what is this?
You've just gone into the room and the guy's just stared intently at Artorius, and Artorius is now hissing back at him.
Yeah. Like Mary's absolutely bamboozled.
Yep. And yeah.
Yes. What did you say to him in Abyssal, just out of curiosity?
Seen Richard's message. It was just more like a sort of like sort of like a
general greeting.
General sort of greeting, yeah.
Yes. Stranger, how can I help you? Would you like to see my wares?
Is he still talking directly into Artorius's head, or did I hear that as well?
I was going to say he's talking into Artorius's head, but I think he'll like turn over and kind of relay that and you again, kind of get it just mentally.
I see why they call you the Silent. There was a merchant, no, a teamster, name of Longnose. He was found dead, poisoned last night. We understand you had some dealings with him?
Longnose.
Give a description of him.
I can't say I know that name, stranger.
Who has the vial now?
I'll say I say I probably kept the vial. I probably kept the vial. Once Aegis had looked at it, I kept the vial because
You also
I
gave
threw
it
him the
to
vial.
Bob.
Who would have given it back?
Cold War.
So
Yeah.
you had it when he came over.
Good. Yep. So still have. I present the vial to him and said, "This was found near his body. It suggested that you might be able to identify it."
He kind of takes the vial, looks at it, pulls his face covering down, and you just see like where there would be a mouth, just like open jaw with a tongue lolling out.
Mary's a bit
Wisdom
creepy.
save. Wisdom
Good.
save. this will be sanity roll in other games.
Yeah, Mary was having. Behind.
Mary is not having a fun time.
Mary in a rest right now.
And you see him take the glass, and he just runs his finger over the inside of it and runs it along his tongue. And he's like, why then poison? Expensive stuff, this.
He then just keels over backwards, having drunk wyvern poison.
I should not have done that.
It oddly doesn't affect him.
Sorry. Do you want to go first, Barry? Do you want to go first?
No, you can go first. Fine.
Yes. I'm not familiar with this poison. Is it instant death, or does it take some time to take effect?
Generally paralyzes stranger. Then enough of it, like any poison, is lethal, and it's only needed in a small dosage.
And then back behind.
Didn't quite catch that, I'm afraid.
So Mary is it?
Let's go into that wagon. I shall show you.
I didn't catch the question. We didn't catch the question. I'm sorry.
Basically, Mary is asking if they sell the poison. My wares are known by the underhanded type. I do sell small doses of this, but it's not commonly sold. Although I did sell a flask of it the other night, stranger.
To whom, may I ask?
To a Goliath.
That would fit with the large footprints we found. I'm guessing he didn't give you his name. That would be a rather easy way of doing this. Was he part of the caravan?
He is part of the caravan, yes. Stranger.
Whose group is he with in this caravan?
The one with the red orc, not the one that's following you.
We would have noticed a Goliath following us.
And you do know that in the cultist wagon there is a Goliath.
Well, I say to Mary, I hate to say it, but our good friend Alan's instincts seem to have been on the money. It seems his friend, or at least someone in his friend's company, is responsible for this. It's whether he was acting on his own initiative or whether he was acting under orders. We would have seen a Goliath in the cultist company, wouldn't we?
Yes, you would have.
He would have been somewhat obvious, I believe.
Yes. They look to have been a bit of a tinkerer as well, a bit like Daphne.
Yeah.
from what you've kind of seen.
Interesting. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think we have any further questions for you, except Mary.
Indeed, it would, stranger.
And I think we would probably leave with that and just like kind of breathe a little sigh of relief once we get outside. Sorry, I can't tell what you're saying. I'm sorry.
No, I think the mic has to be towards Sarah because it's just keep going away.
I think the mic is can only point in one direction at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try moving a bit further back. No.
No.
Try now.
Mics can be tricky things.
Can you hear me still or not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, you're like perfectly loud and clear.
Yeah, it should be. Hang on, let me just double check. Oh, that might. Try now. It's my computer that's been picking it up. Sorry.
Oh, lovely.
Can you say something now, Sarah?
Well, no, because the mic's over there by you. Is that any better?
That is
Yes.
better.
Yeah.
Now we can't hear Robin.
That's okay. I've got the mic now, and I fixed the technical problem.
did.
Artorias, when you were doing that hissing sound, were you talking to him?
I was, yes. It's a language that not many other people know. It's one that is taught only to the followers of my patron, I suppose you'd say, the Black Pharaoh.
So he was also a follower of the Black Pharaoh.
It would seem so. I'm not familiar with all the Black Pharaoh's servants, but it would seem so. He definitely had power from that deity.
What was the language again? Out of character, real quick.
It is a form of abyssal.
Oh.
A form of abyssal.
So I sort of felt like he was laughing in my head at one point, and it didn't really feel like he was talking. Is that how the Black Pharaoh normally talks to you?
It can be different for each person. I sometimes hear the Black Pharaoh talking in my head and sneering, laughing. But that was slightly different. It's somewhat disconcerting, I have to say. I think I might need to just keep a wary eye out on that person if he ever crosses our path again.
Okay, well, at least I know what he looks like. Artorias, this all must be very difficult for you. That can't be a nice sensation to have.
He definitely was not a good man.
I mean, I suppose he helped us, but it wasn't nice. It was uncomfortable, and now I just feel for you. I wish there was something I could do to stop that.
What sort of wares did he have in his shop, just out of interest?
I was going to say, from what you could tell, it was. It looked like something you'd see in kind of like a thieves' guild almost.
Okay.
With a few like extra little under the counter stuff that's more under the counter.
Okay, yes, he's
What? Parking quest? Oh, yeah.
yeah, I think if he crosses our path again, he's definitely one to keep an eye on. I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. But he did give us some useful information, so that's definitely something that's positive that came out of this. Maybe it's time we rejoin the others.
I was just about to say, and it's about this time you rejoin the rest.
Hello.
Get your ass moving.
Mary is really creeped out by it. Like, you can see she's a little bit puffed because she's walking faster than normal and things like that.
Yeah.
So she's almost running. She's a bit creeped.
I think Artorius is walking a bit slower. This is like kind of shaking him a little bit, and he's just like pondering what it might mean.
You both appear to be a little bit out of sorts, as your gait is not its normal speed.
Yes, we found some useful information, but the source of that information was not the most pleasant sort of information.
What happened? Like, did you find any more lead to it?
Did they smell?
The vial of poison that we found was bought by a Goliath.
He bought an entire vial?
He did buy an entire vial, and more to the point, he is a member of Lacrack's party.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
Mork just picks up a small boulder and throws it against a rather large rock sticking out of the ground.
I was afraid that you're going to say you're going to pick up a boulder and hurl it at Genie.
I was just imagining a running joke that's like that it was a halfling or something walking by that Genie pocket, and this halfling had just gotten up and so like an ice pack or something, and then suddenly this boulder goes. No, Alan's a much better person than Genie. Yay!
Yeah.
No throwing rocks at people unless they deserve it.
Throwing rocks at rocks, not at the rocks.
The rock turns around and says, "Do you mind?"
It goes.
Sorry.
The ball
And flies away.
God, make that comment.
The boulder is conflicted
Yes.
about his feelings.
Exactly. It's actually not an actual boulder. It's actually a guy called Boulder.
What's the rock cooking?
Boulder? Boulder's gates?
Yeah, I was wondering if someone was going to make a joke that's like, the boulder is now building a gate.
We also may have someone else to keep an eye out for. I don't believe he's immediately relevant to our current objective, but he is worth watching out for.
There is somebody else to keep an eye on. Who?
I didn't like him. He was a bit scary.
So, what do you know about the Goliath guy? Does he have any more anything?
He did not give his name to this particular individual, but being a Goliath, I imagine he would not be hard to find in such a company.
He will be the tall one.
On my height. No.
How do we find out if he actually brought that vial to the halfling, as opposed to passing it to someone else?
We found large footprints out at the entrance to the tent, as though the person had stumbled, and that's how he got his leather. He got this piece of leather attached to it, and the footprints were too large for any of us or any of those. They would match the size of a larger human. Probably. What's the comparative size between a Furbolg and a Goliath? It's probably about
They're about the same.
Same size, maybe a little bit shorter.
Yeah. I believe we are looking for someone of Daphne's considerable size.
Then we punch them.
Oh, right.
Sarah,
We
will you
do
go
not
get the light?
punch Daphne.
says it's a brainwashed Neil McCon.
What?
I'm confuzzled.
Is someone trying to take Daphne to Lake Laogai?
No,
Brian's character
Brian,
infringes
Brian said
Goliath
it's a
Barbarian.
brainwashed Neil McCann.
I don't get it.
It was his
Brian's
previous
Brian's
character.
Barbarian character.
Right.
Previous.
A Goliath barbarian.
Because of
Okay.
Oh!
Apocalypse.
You mean flat? Bunnies and flowers at the end of the world.
At the end of the world.
Yeah.
Also, this
Unearthed.
particular Goliath seemed to be something of a tinkerer. Much
This then
like-
perks up.
Something of a tinker.
Indeed.
Yeah, this perks up Daphne's ears.
However,
She's like got the, like, you know, the she's like proper perks up, like oh,
Yes.
like a cat perks up.
as you can quite clearly see, Daphne is not a Goliath.
This is
Nah, I'm a
accurate.
fireball.
However, if this Goliath is a tinkerer and Daphne is a tinkerer and they are both relatively the same height, they share several things in common. Maybe they could bond over mutual experiences.
Oh no, don't get me over there. What's wrong with you guys? No, it
Mutual
can't go well with
experiences could
social.
include me.
Don't make me do this, guys.
We would go with you.
Oh, you trying to poison me?
You and this
I hope you
Goliath
got your Revivify ready.
share something in common. You are both very tall tinkerers. That is two things.
Oh, alliteration!
I will accompany you as well.
Fine. But if I get poisoned, I'm blaming all of you except for Mary and Casper. And Aegis.
Don't eat anything then!
Maybe
We would advise not
You
Maybe
eating.
need to
I'll
be
let
careful, but I'll have some magic ready, and I'll have my crossbow, my longbow ready to shoot as well. I'm good at that, so I can take them out from a distance.
I can stand by your side, and if someone runs up to try poison you, I will kick them.
We would advise not
You
eating
guys are the
or
best.
drinking anything that you are offered by the suspected poisoner. Because he is a suspected poisoner.
Yes, and it might not taste good.
He might also
it's like saying,
not
like,
be very
hello,
good at the
my
culinary
name is
arts.
no.
Oh wow, they wasted a lot of wyvern revenue if there's nothing left.
I shouldn't worry about eating anything. Remember, Longnose did not eat anything when he was poisoned.
Ah,
We would advise not allowing them to place anything within your person.
like knives.
Especially knives.
Like, look, guys, let's just get this on with, because I don't want to be here any longer.
Let's
We
go.
are on a caravan. We will be moved from here soon.
I know.
So, you find this Goliath. They seem quite easy to find.
There they are.
You see them actually carrying a load of equipment, and they've got like a mage hand following them behind, which is actually like a mechanical hand.
Oh,
Nobody has mage hand.
This is
Helping them
another
carry a
thing that
few
you
bits
have
and
in
bobs.
common.
Does Daphne recognize anything on this guy's persons?
Just make me a perception check.
Okay.
Mary doesn't have anything in particular for Daphne to carry, but she does have mage hand with her swarm magic. So she's just going to have
I do
like
have
Mary's little swarm of
Birds.
birds in a handshake next to Daphne.
Cool.
Daphne does have mage hand as well, by the way, so she can use it.
2 mage hands!
2 hands to hold!
High five!
Perception. You know what? I'm not going to pick
The
this
lesser
one
known
because that gives
spell,
me bad luck.
Mage High Five.
Ah,
I was, I was also going to make a comment about a bird in the hand.
Oh. I rolled a 4 plus 2. That's 6.
You know, I'm
Was
just
it
going to give you this.
investigation or
It was
perception?
perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a belt around this Goliath's waist with a holster and the handle of some very familiar looking device. A device that you believe you invented.
Dun dun dun.
You probably see everyone looks at.
Right.
Everyone sees Daphne, right? And she's like, become really intimidated about the thing. She's like, I don't know how to do this. And immediately as she looks at the Goliath, you'll see her perk up. Her ears have gone into airplane mode. And her nostrils like gets flared up. She's like,
Oh,
Guys, he has my invention.
and starts beginning to stomp over.
We were alerted to the potential need for medical attention when Daphne said, "He has your
Guys.
Maybe we need to take this to legal.
No, she's
We
gone.
have-
So she's like already moving forward. She's like,
Hey, you, Mr. Goliath.
Yeah,
don't
Casper,
believe we have-
Casper is... Yeah.
I don't believe we have a patent office or intellectual property trademarking.
alert."
Maybe we should invent that.
I was going to say, Casper, you've been quiet for a while. What are you doing while all this is going on?
Oh, Casper's marching up alongside Daphne, just like for this confrontation. It's like Casper's just like kind of amped to just punch this Goliath, really.
Alert, there is about to be a confrontation.
The Goliath kind of turns around shocked and kind of drops almost everything, and like you hear a load of shattering as things fall to the ground. There was a few vials in there.
Is he roughly the similar height as
Yeah,
Daphne, or is
I would
he
say
taller?
so, yeah.
No.
I'd say that you're about the same height.
Okay, cool. So she immediately like proper goes up to him, and her face has kind of gone like kind of a deep shade of red, like almost like it's like coming from like blue to like a purplish color with anger. She's just like, and immediately she just changed her demeanor quickly, saying,
Hey, I noticed you got a really interesting invention over there. Can I check it out, please?
They kind of look a little bit like, what's going on?
But I just saw your invent. I just see the thing on your belt. I'm like really curious because I like to invent things too. Can I check it out, please?
Sure, this was a gift, but yes. And he kind of pulls it out, and it looks like something you did invent. It looks like a revolver, but it looks like it's had its design like enhanced upon a little bit.
She will try and look for her little symbol, which is
Make an
supposed to be like.
investigation check.
She'll try and find her little symbol.
Right, while this is happening, can Aegis approach with a box and place it down next to them and climb on top of the box to be about the same height?
I climb on top of Aegis.
Yeah, why not?
Would the rest of us have heard the Goliath say it was a gift?
I think at this point, the rest of you are probably a little bit far away.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair then. That's fair.
absolutely hanging back as a little sniper.
Because I just had a nasty thought.
Do I spot any leather that this Goliath is wearing?
Yeah, the Goliath does have like a bit of leather armor poking out from beneath their tunic.
Investigation, you say?
Investigation, yes.
9 plus 6.
Nice.
15.
That's 15.
Yeah, you know exactly where to look for it, and you find it like on the hilt kind of thing. Just tiny little engraving.
Well, would you look at that?
And then she pulls out one of her inventions and show both the insignias on there.
Oh,
My design.
yeah. It is,
Can you tell
isn't
me
it?
who did it? Can you
Sorry?
tell me who gave you that? You tell me who gave you that? Who gave you that?
It was Resmia.
Recipe?
My boss.
Do we know Resme? A quick question.
Yes,
Do I
you've
remember him?
heard the
Blue
name.
dragon, is he? Is he the blue dragon?
Not blue dragon, black half dragon, from what I remember. You've seen them in passing.
Yeah.
Would Daphne remember who actually burgled her? Attacked her?
As far as you're aware, it was a load of bandits.
That's interesting, because I was supposed to bring this to the Candlekeep at one point, and I got burgled. This revolver was supposed to be... I invented this revolver, and it got stolen from me.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I like what you did with it. Did you tinker a little bit of this? It looks really good. You seem like
No, it came like this when I was given it.
That's weird. It's got a little bit more. It's got a little bit upgraded than normal.
It was very shiny.
It is very shiny, little one.
We are Aegis.
Narrow his eyes.
This is Casper. Points to Casper on his shoulder. Their shoulder.
And he kind of looks over at you, Aegis, and he's like, you're interesting.
You can't touch him.
We are Aegis.
I look at the Goliath and say,
"What's your name?"
Plank.
Plank.
And yours?
I kind of look at everyone and say, kind of like, just like, should I use a fake name or should I use my real name?
I think fake. You have a fake name.
My name's Blake.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Blake.
Yeah, it's not like a signature of like the insignia of the initials. It's supposed to be like a little symbol of like a little flower from Meadowsweet flower kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Look, how long you've had this for?
They stop and they kind of think. A few months, maybe?
Which I'm assuming would be roughly the round time.
Yeah, it would be about kind of time.
No, I think it would have been 3 years ago she would have lost that.
Right.
Yeah, she lost the invention that was supposed to be going towards Candlekeep the first time. That's when she got that got stolen. That was 3 years ago. Because then that time she then went to Baldur's Gate for 3 years to try and do it again. So a few months. So it's probably been in detention for someone else. I'm probably the bandits nicked it for a bit and hold it until they've given it away.
Man, I thought I'd never see this again, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. How is it working okay? Like, have you actually used it?
They ask to hand it back. For you to hand it back.
Do you? Oh, okay.
And they take it. They kind of do a few gun tricks with it, you know, cowboy style. And then there's a bird flying up in the air and they just go bang. And it falls.
Ah. She just like look at it like, that's perfect.
You made the bird stop flying.
I'm sorry. It was the way I had to test it. I was only using frozen cans. This bird's pretty good now. Sorry.
I'm gonna say it'll be dinner for tonight.
So why are you here then? Like, what's your
She's like trying. She seems to like trying to make a little small talk. At this point, it's like,
so what's
I was trying to help by asking what Plank's job was.
Yeah, and Yeah.
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 I'm a simple guard.
Same.
We are also a guard.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen you're working with that dwarf, aren't you?
Yeah.
We are.
Yes. I get it.
Very well. Anyway, how can I help you all?
You are very tall.
Comes with this race.
How
Daphne.
many
Interesting, because
Do we ask about last night? Just so like as for speaking to ages.
Do we ask about the poison vial?
Be patient. You are very tall, and
So,
Daphne is also very tall. You both like to tinker with things.
Yes.
yes.
We suspect there might be some conversation you could have with each other.
Each other. A little bit of emotion right there, mate.
We wondered,
Just like that bit.
what were you doing?
It's just still making me fucking laugh that he's on a fucking box.
What were you doing yesterday evening?
Yesterday evening, and you notice they get a little bit shifty at this point, a little bit defensive.
We're just asking around because, like, no.
Get the
Lying nails, guys.
I was here.
Doing your
Doing
job.
my job.
Starting.
Your heart rate has elevated.
Three little circles appear above their head. Truth.
As we are like talking to him, I want to fully expect. You said there was a bit of leather ripped off of it, like ripped off somewhere. So maybe I'll look.
Well, I was going to say, Casper, you were kind of looking at that earlier.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And yes, it looks to be a similar color anyway.
Looks like the right lever. It's like still talking to ages.
We have reason to believe that you are not telling us the full truth.
I don't see why I wouldn't be.
It
Well,
could
what's
be
your
that you
relationship
are
with lying
intending
nails?
to. It could be that you are intending to mislead us by not telling us the truth. You might instead be trying to hide what you were really doing.
And
Like, what's their actual relationship with Long Nails?
I think
It
we're
was-
past the point of talking at this point.
I was going to say they're kind of looking very visibly kind of like shifty. And you know what? They're going to try and bolt.
Is there a chance I can quickly snatch the gun back? The pistol, the revolver.
Ooh, make me. Ooh.
Come on.
I'm going to say either
Seems a bit
strength or
like-
sleight of hand.
Oh, they're both roughly the same amount, I think. Hang on, I'm eliminating. No, sleight of hand is much more. It's a +3. Sleight of hand, here we go. Come on. Give me luck. Give me good luck. Never mind.
Aw.
I'm going to say they're a bit flustered, so while you don't kind of grab it, you do manage to knock it to the ground.
Mary was
Mary.
it's like a little sniper,
Yeah,
and she's gonna fire one of her longbow bolts.
go for it. Yeah, roll for an attack.
Here we go.
I'm not necessarily aiming to kill him just yet.
You're aiming for the feet.
Yes, I am. That is
Give me the knee.
11.
Give me the knee.
was going to say an 11. Yeah, I'll say that just misses. Unfortunately, they just managed to duck under it, but.
Can I spring off ages to go after them?
Yeah, go for it. Roll. You know what? Just roll for an attack. You kind of. I'll say this is all happening.
Right.
Mork also hurled himself at the Goliath to grab him.
Yeah, that's fine.
What would that be?
Oh, okay.
That'll be wait, one at a time. One at a time. One at a time. Right, Casper.
What is your approach to nat ones?
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna say, for the sake, because I've forgotten my fumble table, you've just fall flat and land prone on the ground as you've leapt. Right.
Now, Brian.
Yes, Mork. What were you doing? Were you trying to grab them, did you say?
Yeah, hurl myself at him and then grab him.
Yeah. Roll me an athletics check.
Come on, rugby, tackle him.
16.
They got a natural 1. You managed to grab them. And they can't get away.
All right. How about you answer some questions truthfully?
What's other people doing at this point? Other members of the caravan, or
you can see that they're starting to show interest, and you can see your old friend Jeannie Doubtfire approaching swiftly.
I suggest we vacate.
Okay, I guess we're gonna rely on Daphne to carry the Goliath.
I just sent a gif of what I think
yeah.
Mork did to him.
That is it. That is definite tackle. Yep.
I think Daphne will try and grab the revolver properly this time.
Yeah. So yes, you've managed to get him. And yeah, you're trying to vacate, are you? Is that what I'm gathering?
Yep.
Yeah.
With our new friend in tow.
Yeah. So I'm not going to make you roll for this. I'm just going to say there's a little bit of confusion, so I'm just going to say you managed to get away. And you find a secluded spot. And this clanker's not even trying to resist at this point.
We suggest that this may have been a professional affair between yourself and Longnose.
They just clam up.
Mary, you are very good at talking to people.
Yes!
So Mary sort of stands right in front of him because is he still on the floor, sort of all tied up? So Mary feels like she's towering over him. Now, Mr. Goliath man, I'm very pleased you've got my friend Daphne's gun, which you are going to give back to her because she made it and she's very clever and she was very upset when it went missing. And I appreciate you probably weren't the one who actually did the stealing, but it is hers, so it is going back to her. Now, tell me what was happening with Mr. Longnose, because I don't think he deserved to die, whatever happened. And we know you bought some poison. And she's just going to keep going and going and going.
I'm just going to... Casper's going to lift up the tunic to try check for any tears in the leather armor.
They remain completely silent to Mary's interrogation.
Wow.
I mean, I can keep this up all day. We can keep talking, and I will just sit and talk at you. And we've got so many things that we could go.
And so on. Casper, yes, there is a big tear where you expect it to be.
Just bring out the bit of leather and match it.
And look, see, you've got that bit of leather. Look, Casper's found it. I know you can't turn around at the moment, but really, this was found at his thing, and you've got very large feet. Now, our ages, do they look like the Artorius? Do they look like the same size feet?
Looks down at the feet and nods.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really think we've got quite a lot of evidence that says that you were the one who killed Longnose, and I just don't understand why. And it would be really nice if you could tell us a little bit more about it. Otherwise, this is going to carry on, and there's quite a lot more of us than there is of you.
Yes, I know
Silence.
some good or bad guard routines, and I can definitely get a companion involved.
You just see him roll his eyes and remain silent.
Wow.
So is it true that Daphne now got the revolver in her hands?
Yes, Daphne has the revolver now.
So
It's just basically a revolver +1.
oh, I love it. All right, I'll add it on soon at some point. So she's just gonna stand upright and like approach Blank him, and
I just want to ask you some real questions. Were there any other items that was given out of mine?
Not that I'm aware.
Okay. Was a man, a Fargo man named Geralt Meadowsweet, anywhere near of your boss?
It's not a name I'm familiar with, no. Possibly.
Are you the only tinker there? Are there more
In
of
this batch of people that are currently here.
you? Okay. Why did you try and kill Longford for?
They were too nosy.
Why? Just that. Just him being nosy.
I mean, it was in his name.
I mean, that's true.
Poison?
Also,
Wyvern poison?
yeah. But why did you join him?
And at this point, they just go quiet again.
Hmm.
What does he have to offer?
I gave shinies. Looks like.
True.
Where are you going?
I'm just asking questions. It kind of makes me wonder why people join such bad people.
Not you, him.
Oh, sorry.
Aegis was being literal.
I was going to say, all he says is Cattle Natia.
What is that?
That's where we're going as well.
But where?
And no response.
Sorry.
No response. Graklak knows the answer.
You are
And
not
what
important enough to know
Genie
the answer.
Doubtfire.
Sorry, what was that?
You are not. Sorry.
Just what does Genie Doubtfire have to do with this?
I shrug.
You are not important enough to know the answer to these questions.
They don't tell any of us underlings anything.
So, what is the point in keeping you around?
I tinker.
Until
have
you're
it.
no longer of use.
We have a tinkerer.
I know. If you're going to kill me, do it quickly.
Have you seen our dice rolls lately? It's not going to be quick.
yeah, no. We were shocked
I
to
will-
step it.
I will shrug and leave it to the rest of the party to decide what to do with them. we have no. I don't think we have any further use for him. Any answers probably have to come from Jeannie.
Daphne's gonna ask like one more question real quick before she moves. What else did you tinker? Did you create this such? Are you aware of this such creature? Like, and then should present the mechanic, the draconic mechanic. Like, have you ever come across this before, or have you done anything like this before?
He kind of gives it a look over, and it's like, that's well beyond my comprehension. It's a fascinating design, but I've never seen anything like it.
My dad did it. Apparently.
I have a suggestion. We have a body. We have a we have a perpetrator. Maybe we turn him over. So the caravan can keep living.
Do we take them to Bob Hildwolf?
Yeah.
We find out what justice is.
Daphne will say, "Thank you for taking care of my revolver, though. I'm glad that it went to somewhere and went missing completely or destroyed. You see, I can see that you took care of it really quick, nicely."
They give a bit of a nod. So, you're planning to take him to Bob Hildorf?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to assume that they are tied up at this point.
Yeah.
Daphne will ask Mary if she can sit with her for a bit.
Yeah, Daphne. Mary's just going to sit with Daphne. And you notice that, like, Mary's unusually quiet and is just sitting and supporting her friend.
Yeah, she's also gone quiet. Like, Daphne's also gone quiet while looking at the revolver, so we can be quiet together.
She does. She goes, "It is very beautiful, Daphne. You are so clever." And then just sits quietly.
Thank you.
Okay. So, you approach Bob Hildorf with Clank kind of tied up. And he kind of looks over at you a bit and raises an eyebrow and says, "What's going on here then?
We found the culprit."
Oh, well done. What do you propose we do with them now? I mean, I can talk with the other leaders, but do you have any...
to see what justice is done.
You must have some protocol for this sort of thing.
The usual protocol is to dig a pit and leave them with only their head above ground.
Damn.
And let the fates deal with
it.
Indeed.
We are near a sizable settlement. They may have a sheriff, a jail, a incarceration center.
A stone pit.
A
That's what a
functioning
prison
judicial
cell
system.
is, isn't it?
Something that won't get us in trouble for vigilantism.
We didn't do anything.
More something that will not take us a very long time to dig a very deep hole. They will have a pre-dug hole.
We are still a good few days from Daggerford, which is our next destination.
If it's not going to hold up the caravan, I think we could keep watch. Oh, Mary's not there. Never mind.
Nah, you're hanging out with me today.
Yeah, never mind.
Perhaps we keep him under guard at least until we reach the next settlement.
Confiscate all his equipment.
I'm sure Daphne would love that.
Daphne's
sorry,
already
what?
got the best bit, but yeah.
And you kind of see Bob Hildorf kind of say, does the person who's in charge of them know what's happened?
Nope.
We suspect they may have put him up to it.
They know
Oh,
that
I thought you were asking if they knew that we had
they know that
kidnapped Clank.
they know that we have arrested him. We are convinced that they, as they say, put him up to the deed. So it'll be very interesting to see what their reaction is.
Very well. Leave this within my hands. You've given me the evidence I need.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you've told them what.
Yeah,
Yes.
we would have said all the things. Yep.
I'll talk with the other leaders of the caravan, and we will break it to them gently. Now, I suggest you tie them up on this. He points at his own caravan, like wagon, and we shall move on for the day.
Mm-hmm.
We do this thing.
Sorry?
We do this.
Yes. And I think that is possibly where we'll end it today.
Yeah.
Mystery solved. Yeah. Professor Layton point.
So I hope you've all enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
First time I've tried to run
my new friend.
something a little bit different as well.
Mm.
Mystery was good.
I was going to say, shall we do stars and wishes?
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Sarah.
I enjoyed doing something different. I enjoyed the party splitting.
Mhm.
I very much enjoyed Aegis and Casper trying to be the same size as Daphne. Wish, I guess I just wish that our mics worked.
Yes, well, we've worked out the problem now, at least.
Yeah, baby.
I'm assuming
Fingers
everyone
crossed.
can hear Sarah now.
Yeah, we can hear.
Oh, yeah.
We can hear a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to try and remember that in future, because I know it's something that's been plaguing us for a little while as well. We'll move to John next.
Ooh, stars. I enjoyed just the picture in my head of just the two Goliath and the Furbolg just having this like initial standoff, awkward conversation, and A just walking up with a box and just
Love that.
It's just amazing.
it was just it just played in my mind of fully animated in my head of just that being totally just Baymax just like struggling to get up on top of the box.
It's just to interject. It's great because you had the earlier scene as well of Mork and Jeannie having that same sort of standoff, and Daphne doing the same sort of thing, trying to loom over them. Now Aegis is trying to loom over Daphne and Plank. Only he needs a box to do it.
I did also really enjoy just Casper just running up to the wishes. I need to remember that I can change out my spells. Being a cleric, that's a thing I can do. I need to remember that is a thing I can do. So hopefully I remember in the future that is a thing I can do. I'll lock it in now. If I keep saying it enough, it will be locked in.
We'll go with Stanza.
Yeah, my star is also the Aegis with Bolt and Casper on shoulder. I guess wishes would be like keep trying to figure ideas for things things to do and hope the dice favor me.
Brian.
I loved the whole murder mystery thing. I also loved Aegis getting the box, and I don't know. I just liked how tense everything got between Alan and Jeannie, and later Alan just lifting up a boulder and hurling it at another rock.
Jeff.
I enjoyed that scene with my new friend, my new merchant friend. I can't remember his name. I just remember him as a silence. But that whole thing was great. It's like very creepy, and are you sure you don't want to run a Call of Cthulhu sometime? Because that was really good.
I don't know the system particularly well.
Oh, we'll get that sorted out when you come down here. We'll get that sorted out. Wishes. I want to see more of him actually. I like him to like come back to be like a little like niggling sort of presence. Like so like we're working for the same master, but we're like on opposite sides, working against each other because that's very like that's very like that sort of thing. That I'm not going to say his actual name because I don't think it's been said on the stream yet, but that's very much the sort of thing you do, like set different schemes in opposition to each other just to see what happens, just to see the chaos that gets caused.
And Tanny. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Jeff. You said your wish was to see more of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Tanny.
Oh my god, what a game! That was enjoyable. That was. I genuinely do like the. I mean, that fucking made me cry. Like, made me like freak. Like,
I did see how much that was. That did cause you to laugh a lot.
The fact that I can literally picture in my head, like, she's having a conversation with Plank, and like immediately you can just see the little. Plop, plop. You are very tall. Like, I can just like see it. Like, hello there. I am Aegis. We are Aegis. And like Daphne finally seeing the invention that she created that started her actual journey to Candlekeep, and it's right there, and this mother fudger has it. And the only issue is that she somewhat has a little sympathy of this guy at the moment, and like she's happy that the gun is safe and like has been completely fine and not had any issues. And kind of don't want him to get hurt now because she's like kind of got an interest in him now. But my personal fucking favorite is when he started getting a little bit panicky and about to go, and Mork came out of nowhere and fucking tackled the guy. The way how I think it's just it's like everything's like going, oh okay, and then douche. And then just having a chat with him like it, and just, like she's just happy that she's got the revolver. Like that was just so much intense situation there.
Yeah. She's a new friend.
Does Daphne have a crush? We don't know. Have a crush.
I really liked playing the creepy merchant guy, to be honest. Bonus points if you can kind of tell who I based him, what character I based him off.
Oh, is he from Resident Evil?
He is.
Yeah, my brain went strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just an idea that like literally popped into my head, like just like a few minutes before game of how I was going to give him that personality, and I just with it. To be honest,
right? Yeah.
Buy it for a high price.
That's the one. Wishes that we end this chapter soon. Actually,
I didn't do the wishes. Oh shit! I didn't do the wishes.
Sorry, go on.
I think I'm happy with the fact that there was another gun that she wanted to try. I was thinking about like getting a new invention. Like I was thinking about a gun, and then you said it, and then there was a rough. I was like, he's reading my fucking mind. You've already done my wish. Was getting a gun. Now the D&D sessions will be short.
Yeah,
and
I was
if
going
she
to
wants
say
to use it or not will be a different matter.
I would say my wish is probably that we finish this like little on the road bit kind of next session.
Yeah.
This ends up being like a one chapter from Horror on the Orient Express.
Oh, the Dreamlands. The Dreamlands that just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the Dreamlands.
Oh yeah, you were really cool on some of the what is like, was it the green guys or?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the Abians.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll hand over to I assume it's John that's doing it today.
Yes. Thank you guys in the chat so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit the follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know when we go live, a completely free way that you can support us on the channel. It really does mean a lot to us. We have a YouTube channel that you can go to support as well, where you can catch all of our previous videos, as well as some YouTube exclusives, including some of the things that we got up to at UK Games Expo, which is why we didn't have a game last month. We just hit 400 subscribers over on the YouTubes, Jeff, didn't we?
Oh, yay, well done.
So woo us. Go things.
Go add to that. Go add to that. If you
Yeah,
haven't done so
go
already.
add to that number. Let's keep getting that number to go up. We also have a Discord you can join to chat with us about the games we're playing and the things that we're doing. And if you are a subscriber on the Twitch, you get special access to things through the Discord. There are special hidden channels and things,
hidden channels and voice chats and things.
Things that are coming soon to the hidden things on the Discord. So stay tuned for that if you are a subscriber. If you are not a subscriber on our Twitch streams, but do have Amazon Prime, you get a free sub. We'd love it if you used it with us. You don't have to, but it would be great if you did. If you don't, use it with someone, because Jeff Bezos does not need that money. Let us... Oh, we also have a website. Of course we have a website. That's the whole thing that we do. We have a website, www.finalbossfight.co.uk, that you can go to catch all of the things that we do. It's got links to the Discord and the YouTube channel, as well as all of our written audio, photo, characters, all the stuff is there. Tune in for all of that good stuff, and let us throw over to the credits screen, where we're going to discuss the things that are coming up, starting tomorrow with a very interesting stream where we are going to be playing Nest of the Eldritch Eye. A new group of adventurers is giving us a little bit of a sneak peek of things to come in Neverwinter, as they deal with a mystical threat to the town. I think Angel is on holiday this week, but if they aren't, they'll be playing the Angel Games Player Roulette on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, where they are currently playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, because that is a very long game. On Wednesday this week, the modded Minecraft Let's Play of FBF Craft V3 will continue, as if I am left to my own devices, I'm going to be making a nuclear reactor, because those are always safe.
We have video evidence in the trailer that says otherwise.
That mod does not exist in the version of Minecraft I'm playing on at the moment, but I'm very happy to announce that it is available in the next version of Minecraft, because somebody has updated it. I don't know whether it can still make the gigantic explosion, but why wouldn't it? And then next Saturday, it is time for another council session for the Council of Tamranor. This time, I think we're either going to focus on some extra planar locations or some outstanding questions that I have come up with as I've translated notes from note form into book form. Both of these things will be coming up soon in the Council of Tamranor. One of them will be next week. Stay tuned to find out which one I settle on as it becomes next week. But for now, let's do a raid.
A rade?
A rade. A little
Oh my God.
rade.
That did not work out.
Hey.
Radai.
Ride.
Radai.
Let us do a
Red Day.
raid at Snowwolfess, who is playing Still Wakes the Deep.
Oh boy.
Go give Snowwolfess some love. We'll see you guys again real soon. For now, so long. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye. Bye.